Now that you've installed your Series L membrane, you're ready to run the system on water in order to check for leaks. You'll need the following tools: a 1/2 inch open-ended wrench, 7/8 inch ratcheting box wrench, and a 1/2 inch socket wrench. The first step is to use the 1/2 inch open-ended wrench and the 1/2 inch socket wrench to remove the shipping bar. Using these two wrenches, remove the 4 bolts that connect the shipping bar to the VSEP frame and the VSEP torsion spring. While removing the 4th and final bolt, be careful that the shipping bar does not fall on the VSEP frame. Also be sure to keep the shipping bar in a safe place, as you will need it every time you do mechanical work on the VSEP. After the shipping bar has been removed, connect the power to the VSEP. Be sure you're using the appropriate power for the VSEP type that you have. Next, install the thermocouple from the VSEP into the feed tank. This will allow you to monitor the temperature of your feed material, in this case, clean water. Kira has pre-filled the tank with water. This will be used to check for leaks. Before starting the VSEP, check all your valves. The concentrate valve should be set full open. The automated valve should be set to the open position. The valve below the tank should also be set to open. Finally, the bypass valve should be loosened using the 7/8 inch ratcheting box wrench until it can be moved by hand. Now that all of the valves have been opened, the shipping bar has been removed, and the power to the unit has been supplied, you're ready to start the VSEP on clean water and check for leaks. The first step is to press the green button once in order to activate the feed pump. Once the feed pump is activated, Kira is going to adjust the pressure and the flow in order to start vibration. Once the flow is going through the flow meter, close the bypass down until it's finger tight, or at 3 GPM. Once it's at 3 GPM, you can close the concentrate valve down until the flow meter reads around 2 GPM or 2.5 GPM. At this point, your concentrate pressure gauge should measure between 30 and 60 PSI, and you can start the vibration of the machine by pressing the green button a second time. By pressing the VSEP start button a second time, vibration is activated. Be sure to tune the vibration in to 3/4 inch amplitude. Look at the vibration amplitude chart on the side of the VSEP to monitor the vibration amplitude, comparing it to the stencil on the front of the filter pack. Once you've reached 3/4 inch amplitude, you can go to the higher pressure in order to check leaks. Kira will be closing the concentrate valve, or the bypass valve, or both valves, until it reads 3 GPM on the flow meter. Then close the concentrate valve down until the GPM on the flow meter drops down to approximately 2. We'll continue to do this until we reach the pressure set point, 200 PSI for this particular membrane. It's important to note that different membranes will operate at different pressures. Be sure to check the manual to reference your membrane type with the operating pressure you should be testing at. If you have any doubts as to what pressure you should be running at, contact your NewLogic representative. At this point, you can see Kira has steady permeate flow out of the unit, as well as steady concentrate flow out of the unit, and there should also be bypass flow out of the unit. Run the system for 30 minutes to verify that there are no leaks. After you've done this, you'll be ready to start the Series L test. Let's review how one can adjust the pressure on the VSEP unit. There are 3 methods used in controlling the operating pressure on your VSEP. The first method controls the pump speed. By adjusting the frequency on the variable frequency drive, you can increase or decrease the pump speed. Decreasing the pump speed causes the pressure to drop. Alternatively, if you increase the pump speed, you will increase the pressure. The second method used to control the operating pressure is the concentrate back pressure valve. By opening the back pressure valve, you will decrease the pressure. This will also increase the concentrate flow. By closing the concentrate valve, you will increase the pressure, but this will also decrease the flow. The final way in which you can control the operating pressure is through use of the bypass valve. By opening the bypass valve, you will decrease the pressure. By closing the bypass valve, you will increase the operating pressure. These are the three methods used in operating pressure control. After you've completed your leak test, you're ready to drain the feed system so that you can begin an L test. To drain the water, close the valve at the bottom of the feed tank and then disconnect the feed line, attaching it to an appropriate drain for your facility. Once you've attached the line to an appropriate drain, open the feed valve to drain the water from the feed tank. Now you're ready to move on to a Series L membrane selection test.